failing. You still don't have any Bitcoin.
You think I want to fail?
I'm gonna fix this.
Huntington Learning Center.
My son just can't get into crypto.
You made the right call. We get to the heart of the problem and then construct a program that will build his skills.
Hey everybody, we're supposed to do Drunk on Crypto tonight, but we're not. It's just me and Darko from Crypto Tonight. Head over there. I'll put a link to his page. Him and Rob Loja do a crazy fun show. It's like Drunk on Crypto, but they don't need alcohol. So what do you mean people are in panic mode? It's going crazy.
Are we live, are we?
No, I'm just recording it and putting it up.
Sorry, you're breaking out, man.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit and freezing.
Sean?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Are you breaking out?
No?
Hello? Yeah, now I can. Yep.
Okay. I think you got a little lag. But, I think you're right now.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So what do you mean people are going crazy? Panic mode.
The whole lockdown thing, man, they're scared they're going to be isolated and quarantined for maybe 4 to 6 weeks, and then they're going to run out of food and drinks and tobacco. And yeah, I'll explain more when we go live. Yeah,
We're live. We're good.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah. Well, I'm just recording it and then putting it up, so we're good.
Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, so basically there's a few expectations running around at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a lot of people staying indoors, not going to work and spending extra time with their families, so to speak, or their partners, there's a lot of people expecting that divorce rates will go up through the roof. There's going to be more time together and more arguments at home, and people are going to get sick of each other. So there's that expectation there. There's also the issue of people bulk buying alcohol at the moment. So there's been a lot of businesses putting restrictions on purchasing power when it comes to alcohol. Now, the fear there with the government is that people are going to spend too much time at home bored and start drinking. That will eventually develop into a drinking problem, putting an extra strain on the government resources, because alcohol-related problems already take up a huge amount of government resources as it is. So there's that expectation as well. And there is also another one where, again, for the same reasons, people will be staying home too much. They're going to be looking up too much porn and developing porn addictions. And that, again, would also bring further problems to people in relationships, because sometimes the hand is better than the real thing, they say. To some people anyway. So yeah, they're the main issues going on down here in this part of the world. What about on your part of the world?
Well, you guys seem to really be thinking about it a lot. I'm in Texas, which is weird and different than the rest of the United States. Then my county has went insane. We had a city council meeting first, about Wednesday, Tuesday, and I know a guy on the city council, and he told me I'm going to vote no on this shelter and shelter in place. I'm calling everyone on the council. I'm going to tell them they need to vote no. And everyone's like, why, dude? Your business is essential business. It's not going to close. He's like, no. So I didn't think it was going to. I thought it was going to go through. You know, everyone's doing shelter in place. But goes up there, goes, we're not going to bow to the government. We're not going to give away our rights. We're not going to okay martial law. You know, he said, we did this when 9/11 happened, and we temporarily gave up our rights. The Patriot Act is still in place. They haven't given anything back. They won't give anything back here. We'll fight till we die. Completely passed. No shelter in place. Today, my county put out an order that people from the surrounding counties, we shouldn't mix with them. I mean, literally, like the next town over is the next county, but we don't mix with them. They're gross. We're the chosen. We're the clean. I mean, it is weird how people are being in my area. But Texas overall can have alcohol delivered. They fought the government on closing stuff down. If a business has a drive-through, they can stay open and have a drive-through. Just need to close their dining in. But people are crazy buying stuff. Our grocery stores now let 50 people in, and then one in, one out. They wipe down the carts. But people they really aren't taking it seriously, man. They really aren't. I had a chick show up 2 days ago with her friend. Like, hey, want to hang out? They went out partying all night and they came over. I was like, no, your friend can go sit in her car. And then she was all sad because I wouldn't let her in. Whatever. And then I just sprayed her down with Lysol. It's like, hey, man, you got to go. My nephew, I told you, just came here. Can you hear me?
I think I dropped out.
Yeah, you did. I could hear you, but you're froze.
Congesting the internet.
Yeah, that's another thing that's going on, dude.
But if
our local internet's not ready for set up to have every school child, using the internet for school. So it's putting like major lag on everything. My nephew just showed up, brought his kid, brought his brother. Want me to go over to my buddy's house? They're having a barbecue over there. They got like 20 people, like 11. I told him, I was like, dude, no, we can't do that. And then my friend's like, no, man, at work we wear gloves, masks, we spray everything constantly. We have to spray ourselves down. I was like, yeah, dude. And now you're hanging out with a bunch of people at your house. He goes, yeah, but we're all, we're clean. I was like, no, you're not, man. It's like, it's just, you just got to chill for like a couple weeks. But nobody's listening, man. And my niece has it. And she is not doing great. But she's, under 30, and she's really not that worried about it, but she's sick. So, I don't know. It's crazy, man.
Can you hear any background noise from my end?
No?
I've got the AC on, man. It's really bothering me because it sounds noisy from my end.
No, you're good.
And it's interfering with my volume when I listen to you. If you give me 1 second, I'm just going to go turn it off.
Sure.
Yep. 1 second. Hang on, mate.
Okay. I was telling you, Lee told me he's a nurse, and he told me that like every hospital only has so many ICU beds and ICU modules that as soon as they hit that, then it doesn't matter if the whole hospital's like, only half full. That's what they need, and that's when they're at capacity. So that's what's happening with that. For what do you think about all the money that's being thrown around and printed up?
It's a good question. A really good question, because it makes you think, why are the governments being so generous? Is there a hidden intention here? Are they conditioning us to think in a certain way when it comes to the future post-virus? For example, welfare payments have gone up, or they're going up. And these are only temporary. But people who are on welfare, for example, are going to get used to this higher amount. What's going to happen when it stops? Are they going to cry foul, cry broke? Will it remain the same? Will it not remain the same, but end up at a level that's higher than it was previously, but lower than what it's going to be as well, somewhere in the middle? I think it's going to bring a lot of problems because people will adapt to that higher amount of income. Then it makes you also think, after all these years of paying so many taxes and the government's been so stingy, as capitalists are, they always want more. After all these years, now they're proving to us that they don't need to tax us at the rates they do because they can afford to give us all this money anyway. You get me? So this could be a little bit of a wake-up call to people. Maybe they could protest, debate it publicly. Don't know if it'll even get brought up at any time. But it proves to me that we are paying too much tax because the government can afford to spend. And the way it's going here is they're shutting down a lot of businesses, but the ones that remain open are the ones who pay excise tax, right? I don't know if you have excise tax or you call it something else in your country.
What is it?
It's basically a tax on top of tax for very popular products such as fuel, such as alcohol and tobacco. They're the three main things that we have excise tax on. So let's say you're paying general services tax on everything 10%. There is also a higher tax, an added tax on top of it for like fuel, for example. We don't pay 10% tax on fuel. We pay about 47% tax on fuel. Fuel gets taxed higher because everyone's buying it. It's highly popular. It's in demand.
If you go and get $10 worth of fuel, how much do you pay at the cashier?
$10.
Okay, yeah, it's the same for us. They have the extra tax, but it's just put into the price. We don't know what it is.
It's put into the price. Yeah. So if
there's no purchase, like if I buy a candy bar for $1, I got to pay $1.10. But if I buy $1 worth of fuel, I don't pay that sales tax. I just pay the dollar.
So everything's included in the price. So if you buy a chocolate bar for $1 and there's 10% tax, it's really 90 cents for the chocolate bar, and it's $1 all up, including the tax. So you won't see plus GST. You'll just see the actual price. Now, if you're paying $10 of fuel, about $4.70 of that $10 is actually excise tax. Right? It's just a punishment.
It's about the same here, dude. Yeah, it's about the same here.
So
it's even worse because if it's $10, it's actually $10.09 of a cent. They put that up there, so it doesn't even show the extra penny, but they're hitting you for that.
Okay. So they're the main industries at the moment that are thriving while everything else is shutting down. So while the governments are giving out all these handouts and stimulus packages, they need to still be receiving some sort of tax income for themselves. And how are they doing that? They're doing it by keeping open the businesses who are paying this excise tax on goods and services. And again, it's mainly three: fuel, tobacco, alcohol. Fuel, I just told you, it's roughly almost half, 50% you're paying in tax for fuel. The alcohol goes up 1% every year since around about the 1970s, I believe it was. Every year it goes up 1% in excise tax. And tobacco here goes up by 12.5% every 3 months in excise tax, that is. So while the government is spending and splurging and trying to stimulate the economy, they're still receiving a shit ton of tax from fuel and tobacco and alcohol. It's pretty much their backbone, basically. And it comes down to corporate greed, really. They're just punishing the people who purchase goods and services in demand. I mean, alcohol, not everybody drinks, but the addicts do. And they will never stop drinking unless they do something about it, such as get the little tablet or rehab. But there's always a high demand for alcohol. You got your occasional drinkers who buy, and then you got your heavy drinkers who buy, and then you've got your addicts who buy. Tobacco, same thing. Most people who smoke are addicts. They're going to continue buying it. So let's punish them with extra tax because we already know this is an in-demand product. They can't go without their tobacco. Every 3 months, bang, 12.5% tax rise. And fuel, we all need it. We all need fuel. So we're essentially getting punished for products that are in demand. They're taking advantage. And it's a form of discrimination. A form of discrimination. Why, if I had a fuel shop or if I supply fuel to fuel shops, why should I pay the government 47% tax while the cafe next door pays 10% tax? Why? I'm serving my country. I'm serving our nation. The cafe serves its suburb, and you're punishing me. It's fucking greed, dude. It's fucking greed. And it makes me not want to smoke, not want to drink, not want to drive, just as a fuck you to the government. It really pisses me off.
Well, fuel is, I don't know how cheap it is there, but it's really low here now. It's like
Oh,
$1.60 a gallon.
dude, here it's a mess, dude. It's like you'll drive up the road and you'll see $1.75 per liter. And then the next fuel stop you see, it's $1.13 per liter. They're just charging whatever they want now, man. Whatever they want. You know, we've got the ACCC that's meant to be regulating these things. They're just as bad as the United Nations, dude. They're all this and not enough of that. They're just all talk, no action, bro.
See, we're down to like 40 cents a liter here, man. It's pretty cheap.
I might get you to send me some fuel. I'll sell it here.
That's what
And
everyone's.
I'll give
All
you
my friends are like,
50%.
dude, if it hits $1 a gallon, it's like I'm gonna just fill up a huge tank with it and buy some preservative. I'm like, it's just gas, man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you all stocked up for food and toilet paper and all the other funky stuff yet?
well, that's the thing. I mean, like I had groceries delivered today from Walmart.
Yeah.
There's plenty of stuff. Texas, we have a huge chain that rivals Walmart's called HEB, and they are ridiculously prepared for this. As soon as this hit China, like the day it started to break out, the CEO called grocery stores and chains in China, started doing research on it, found out what was happening, what they were out of, and they stocked their warehouses. They prepared for everything.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, they're paying their employees like extra money per hour now. So as far as food and stuff, that's the thing, man. Like things aren't as bad for us in Texas as they are in other places. So people just aren't taking it seriously at all.
Mm.
Not at all. You know, bars are still open.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're you know, it's all suggestion. We think you should go home. We think you shouldn't do this. You know, but there's no like fines or anything yet. But there's talk about it. And that's the thing, man. It's like I don't want the government to have the power. I don't want the government to have this authority. But people are being stupid and putting everyone else at risk. You know what I mean? It's really, really frustrating.
Yeah, I've seen videos circulating on the internet of these dickheads going to public toilets and licking them on video. And this one fuckwit who did it,
Got corona.
he got corona from it. The fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's just.
But
I don't know, man. You know, there's like troops in New York. Some of the states, it's like a completely different country. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what's going to happen here if we do go on a lockdown. Like I'm kind of contrarian. I really am. You know, my kids tell me I was like, no, I'm not, and I am, because they locked down the county next door under the shelter in place. Like you're not supposed to go out. Like the day they did it, I went over there, dropped something off somebody, and I really, I mean, I don't like Bell County. It's kind of, especially Killeen. It's a gross place. There's a documentary on Netflix you can watch. It's nasty, but
what's it called?
I don't know. Lee told me about it. He's like, you don't live by Killeen, do you? I was like, yeah, it's the next town over. I'm like, it's kind of a shithole. He's like, yeah, it is, dude. He said I was joking with my wife, and I was like, Sean lives there. She was like, oh my god. But I mean, like I go out and hang out, you know, in my yard, in the porch, walk the dog, and I don't know what I'm gonna do if there's some like National Guard guy telling me to get in your house.
Oh, I don't think they'll tell you to go in your house. Maybe as long as you don't leave your front driveway.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm in my front yard, dude, I won't get killed by the virus. I'll probably get killed by some dickhead soldier who's gonna shoot me because I'm just not. I mean, I understand you need to not interact with people and blah blah. I'll wave at my neighbor. I won't go over there, but that's the thing, dude. I mean, I understand people's animosity towards the government and their distrust and they're not wanting to, to give them the authority. But people need to, like me, I kicked my fucking nephew out. You know what I mean? I tell people, no, I don't want to fucking hang out with you. Or no, I do want to hang out with you, but you're a fucking idiot. I'm not going to. And people need to do that. You know what I mean?
And for the people watching, this is true because just before we got onto this stream, Sean sends me a message saying, I'll be right back. I'm going to go punch my nephew in the balls. It's not a made up story, guys. He's telling the truth here.
Yeah, it's just, and you know, and people get offended, but they're like, hey, man, if you made me die, you would feel a lot worse, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I had respiratory problems. Older. I'm not over 50, but I'm, older. So it's, you got to take it seriously, man. You really do. The markets, I think, have been a very interesting to me. I think because me and Lee lost a buttload of money on Monday.
Everyone did.
No, not everyone, because the corporations did well.
That's
but
true.
Because the weekend he was talking about, man, there's record unemployment in America. There's 3 million people file for unemployment. It's like never happened. You show this graph where the 2008 crisis, the bump was up like this much, and it was like up here, the difference in the graph. And he's like, oh man, everything's gonna crash. I'm like, no, man, because they're getting that stimulus package. Airlines are getting billions. It's $6 trillion. It's not $2 trillion.
Of invisible money.
Yeah, I said, I said everything's getting propped up. And he was like, no, the unemployment and people and blah. I was like, I don't think, and it happened, dude. Everything was shot up Monday morning. We shorted it. We had to get out because everything went up, and Bitcoin has been going down. And I've said this, it really shows to me anyway, that they're really, when the markets first, plummeted and Bitcoin plummeted, everyone's like, see, Bitcoin follows traditional markets. It's all the same. But I think that Bitcoin follows more of what the sentiment is of the people, because it's people's money, whereas the stock market really follows whatever's going on with corporations. You know what I mean? I mean, people are losing their jobs and they're worried about dying, and there's no ventilators and everything's chaos. But these corporations got billions of dollars in a stimulus package, and the market skyrocketed up. So I think it does show the cracks in between the markets. What do you think?
The possibilities and conclusions are endless, really. I mean, I thought that, for example, when the share market started to nosedive and Bitcoin and crypto started to nosedive, I didn't see a direct link between the two. I just thought, all right, people are just panic selling just to buy goods, to stock up on bulk buying things. A lot of people can't afford the extras. Even if they are working, they can't afford the extras. So they sell off whatever assets they have and put them to use, such as, high demand, high volume shopping.
And cash. People want cash.
And cash, as cash is king right now. But it's interesting. Bitcoin hasn't been nosediving as much as I expected it to. It's actually made some recovery from where it went down to. I actually saw it drop on Binance to 3,600 before getting back to the level that it's at now. So this will either, all right, we'll probably experience some sideways momentum for a while, and it could either nosedive again or absolutely pump. One of the two. The reasons being, people could be selling off more assets in the future, depending on what happens in the news, of course. But people could also start panic selling again. But if they don't need to sell anymore, they could start panic buying. This stimulus package is coming out. A lot of people who receive it might be putting it all into crypto and not do their shopping. They don't need to do their shopping anymore. Everyone's overbought, overstocked. But on the other hand, the stimulus package, believe it or not, will actually be worth more than a lot of people's wages for the low income earners as well.
Yeah.
So the possibilities and conclusions are endless here, dude. Absolutely endless. Like, I know I went out, did some bulk shop. I got fresh vegetables, bro. Fresh vegetables. You don't get much fresher than this. And, it's good to have a stash, at least a couple of weeks worth, if you can, or a month or two or whatever. There's people out there who have been hoarding for years, and now they've got years of stashes in the garage. They don't need to buy anything. What I really need to find is paper towels, bro. Are they in demand over there?
Yeah, anything paper's in demand, man. But I had like a big old case of paper towels I bought like last month, so we were all right. But
Yeah.
something that I heard today, which really made me think and worry, is most traditional markets, they have put a stop in on shorting anything because it's so heavily regulated. Bitcoin is one of the last things that institutions can still short.
Mm,
So the shorts are really going up this weekend. So
mm.
I'm worried about Monday opening and we having some movement on that.
I've, I've actually been paying attention to, especially Mondays, and I then look at the US dollar, how it's running, how it's working. Fuck, talk about volatility, dude. I've never seen the dollar so volatile before. Up and down 10 cents a day.
Yeah, and they're printing. I mean, $1 trillion a day. This is all. I mean, like 4 months from now, you could say a year, so on. But I think 4 months from now, this is going to be just. We're going to see some of the shit that we've done. I think people are going to have $20 an hour. It's going to happen in the United States, but then people are going to realize shit just costs more. You're making the same amount of money. I think the dollar is just going to start dropping. We're going to hit some serious inflation.
Yeah.
Um,
And the other thing is, Sean, people think that once this is over, everyone's going to go back to work. No.
That's my another thing. Corporations are realizing we don't need this many people, and then people are realizing so much more can be done from home. It's changing the whole landscape. So I think a good 10-20% of people that are going, oh, I'm ready for my job. Like, now we did away with it.
Yeah,
Go
and
look
about
somewhere else.
30-40% of those who are working in companies, those companies are shutting down, going bankrupt, cutting their losses.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note of what you just said, about 10 minutes before we started this stream, I was browsing the news quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And here they just announced that they're introducing video conference calls for doctors and counselors.
Yeah.
So now if you're sick, you don't need to leave your house to see a doctor.
Haven't. Yeah, my kids have that. Counseling is, they can't get prescriptions, so it's just therapy, not therapy, whatever. It's counseling, not therapy. But yeah, my niece, she has it. It's a more common thing. Working from home, people are realizing that this meeting could have been an email.
And that saves the overheads.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things I think that are going to change.
And dude, do you know what the best part about that is?
What?
Do you?
What? No.
The best part about that is this is a door opening for blockchain, bro. Blockchain.
That is true. Yeah.
Imagine doctors in confidential and private appointments on this open line with you in an hour, 2 hours from now. You have an appointment online. Where's the protection in that? Who's protecting the signal? Right?
Yeah.
It's
That
limited.
is.
This could open the door for
that's the
blockchain.
thing. They say, oh, it's a secure and encrypted. No, it's not. It's not.
Yep. So this could open the doors for some newer technologies, and I think they'll come out pretty fast. I guarantee you, dude, there's development teams working on it already.
Yeah.
It'll happen, right? And it goes to show you that a lot of businesses don't need the cost of the overheads to run it in a retail sector. They can do it online. What do you need retail sector for? Food. And this is if you don't get it delivered. I'm talking about actually going somewhere to pick up a product. Food, clothes. Yeah, if you want to try them on before you buy them, but you can order them online anyway. It's basically food, dude.
What about schools? I mean,
that can be done from home.
That's obvious now. Literally, that's completely obvious. You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you what, if you created a video lecture for, grade 1 students, grade 2 students, one video for the whole nation per day of schooling, teachers won't be required anymore. They're gone.
I know. I was going to hit that. There's a lot of teachers, man. There's a lot of teachers.
And how much money would that save these schools? A lot of money. Millions upon hundreds of millions, maybe billions.
Which is the
bulk,
bulk of taxes. for where
What
I'm
they got to do is they got to get people like you and I who are used to being in front of the camera to teach these kids things. Yeah, we'll do the videos for them, and they'll learn a lot of stuff about life. Fuck algebra. They'll never need to use algebra in their life. I got taught algebra. Did I ever use it? No. No. Show me video editing. Teach me that. I might use it after I finish school. But they teach you some worthless things. Now, I mean, who uses algebra, dude? Coming out of school, how many people use it? Not many.
not unless you go into that like mathematics or something, you know.
Pythagoras theories and all the other stuff. You know, if I want to open a pizza shop, man, I'm not going to need algebra or Pythagoras' theory. Teach me, what do you call it? Culinary?
Culinary, yeah.
Culinary. Yeah, we call it cooking here. Yeah, teach me that. I need that in life. Even if I don't open a business in the food industry, I need to learn how to cook. I'm a kid. Teach me from young how to cook, because I'll use that for the rest of my life. Algebra, I won't.
And I guess you could literally be taught by like Gordon Ramsay if you're doing it video. You know
He's
what I mean?
the bomb, dude.
Yeah.
He's the bomb. I got a question. It's a little bit sensitive, but how can I say this? All right, so I'll just get to the point. In the past, when there was terrorist attacks, there was terrorists who were wearing burqas to hide as women, so people didn't expect them to be who they were, and they'd do their attacks. Yeah, you've heard these stories before. I'm just wondering, dude, in the last couple of months, I haven't seen a fucking burqa on the street. They've all disappeared. Please explain.
We don't have many burqas here.
We do here.
I'm from Central Texas. So.
It's because you guys kill them off.
It's not. We don't do that. We don't do that. But I'm from like the biggest military area, so there's not a lot of burqas. I know.
So, yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of like Muslims, you know, but they're not around here.
There's a lot down here, and ever since the news came out, I haven't seen them anyway. It's like as if they planted this virus and disappeared. And they needed the protection from the virus as they were planting it in different spots, and now disappeared.
I'm going to look and see if there's a mosque in my area.
Mm.
I don't think there is. There's a Buddhist temple. That is kind of weird.
Mm. And I still want to know if any midgets have contracted the virus.
No, dude, I have told so many people, and they're like, no, dude, I wish you would have went on that last stream. Everyone gave me so much shit. They said, because I said the thing about the midgets. First off, if you're below 4'10", you're considered a midget. Everyone said that was wrong. And then Lee said that not all midgets are immune to cancer and diabetes. Only 400 of them in some sector of some country. And I'm like, no, dude, I looked it up. It's almost all. It says that they have virtually bred it out of everyone. So
it was a big fuss. I didn't even get a notification of your live stream, dude. I gotta check it out.
There are no mosques in my area.
I'm not surprised, Texan.
That is there is none. But yeah, you know, I mean, like when I see like, you know, people like in other cities and there's like a bunch of people walking around with, you know, headgear on and all, I'm like, it's just not really here.
Yeah, now we've got shops here that limit people coming in like 3 at a time, and there's a line of people waiting outside waiting for someone to exit.
Here too. I mean, it's bad in the morning, especially. It's just all around. I mean, Sam's, Walmart, HEB, because they only let a certain amount in.
Question: how quiet are your malls now? Like, for example, in the grocery store, it's packed full of people, but is it quiet?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, nobody gets close to each other. Everyone, you know.
There's no voices, no nothing. And if you speak, everyone's like, you know, you spoke.
Yeah.
Watch out, you spoke.
Yeah. It's it is weird, man. I gotta kind of guard against that, you know, mindset of thinking so negatively,
Mm.
like when I was driving to the other county after they locked it down, I was looking outside and it was a nice day and I was looking at the park and I was just thinking infection everywhere. I was
Yeah.
like, no, man, gotta stop that.
And you
It's
come
nice.
home feeling dirty, right?
Yeah, like as soon as you come home, take a shower. You know what I mean? Put the clothes in the wash. But
Yeah.
which I don't know. I don't know. It's
The world's going insane, man. Like, I don't know if you saw in my last video that supermarket story I said. I don't know if you saw the last Crypto Tonight.
maybe why was it the
I won't fully get into it, man, but like I helped this old lady. She was about head job height. She couldn't reach the milk,
mhm.
and I helped her get it off the shelf. And then she thanked me, and then started preaching Jesus Christ and the rapture is coming, the apocalypse is near, and she's rolling the eyes in the back of her head. I'm like, people have lost their fucking shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, full on. She's going, the reason why we've got the virus is because Jesus Christ who's dead anyway. Jesus Christ is punishing us, not God. Jesus Christ, because we killed him off over 2,000 years ago, and this is our punishment. Thinking, all right, so why didn't he do it back then to the people who killed him? Why wait over 2,000 years to do it? And she went on and on and on and on and on. I'm like, this can't stop.
Well, I'm making a joke with people about like that our county says that like we're the chosen one, everyone else is the unclean, and you know what I mean. I was like, no, don't come here. And my friend's like, yeah, man, but because this our county seat, there's a lot of old retired people there. He goes, there's a lot of people in Gatesville that's really at risk because it's so many retired people. I was like, no, they're not at risk. They're not among the unclean. We will
So do you have
rise.
cases?
Huh?
Do you have cases in Texas?
Yeah. It's going up, man.
Not as many, yeah.
No, not as many. There was I think a teenager that died though.
That's sad.
Yeah. But they're going up everywhere. The United States has more cases than in China now. So
Yeah, on the surface it does,
well,
but
yeah.
China's bullshitting about their numbers, bro.
Did you see the thing about the cell phones?
No.
You didn't?
Oh, is that the one where it tracks the virus?
No. The cell phone companies came out and said that they've lost 21 million users in China. They disappeared from their phones are gone. So they want to know where the fuck, why, if only like, a few thousand people died, where are these 21 million people? And I had heard that there was like 1 to 4 million that they were lying about, but 21 million cell phones disappeared.
I did see briefly, again, before we started this stream, a news article, which I didn't read, but I saw the headline for it. And they said a scary amount of urns have been seen entering China. But I didn't read the article. I just saw the headline for it.
I don't know. North Korea supposedly doesn't have any. Someone told me that. I was like, dude, I read that they'll shoot you if you're suspected of having the virus.
Fuck that.
Which is stupid because you still have the virus and then you're a dead body. You know what I mean? But
yeah. Shoot the person so blood splatters everywhere on everyone. Yeah. Is left on the ground, the walls, the floor, the ceiling. They're just helping to spread it.
Yeah.
Don't shoot them. Inject them with something, for fuck's sakes.
Shoot them with a phaser or something so they dissolve.
The world's gone mad. This is the kind of shit I never thought or expected to see in our lifetime, dude. It's the kind of shit that we've been seeing in movies for so long. It's just the kind of thing I never thought we'd see in our lifetime. Maybe in a couple 100 years from now, but not in our lifetime. And it still feels surreal, like.
Yeah, it does. But I wonder if, like, over the years, the dumbing down of people, the people getting off of self-reliance, fucking 25 years old people don't even know how to read a clock. They didn't teach writing in school for the past 20 years, 15 years. They're just bringing it back, because kids don't know how to write in cursive,
Oh, yeah. Also, what I'm worried about is the more people stay home, the more they're going to be banging, and I hope that childbirths don't go up and pregnancies
Oh, they
don't go
are.
up.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the next
The
baby boom.
worst possible time to do that.
This is a serious baby boom, man. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah.
that's gonna be bad, dude.
Well,
Gonna be bad.
everything is bad. Everything's bad, man.
They started calling them Corona babies.
Corona babies.
Yeah,
That's what we used to call if you got pregnant on spring break in Mexico.
yeah. Different type of Corona.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mexico's closed the fucking border with the U.S.
Mm.
Mexico closed the border with the U.S.
Wow, that's a slap in the face.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man.
Wow.
You
Yes,
people
we're
stay.
going to build some walls now.
Yeah, they're seriously, yeah. I saw a meme and it was like Mexico's building this wall. It's like Trump, you brilliant motherfucker. He did it. It was Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park, and it was like, you did it. You magnificent bastard, you did it.
Wow, yeah.
uh, but
That
I
is
don't know,
nice.
man. You know, there's so much weird stuff with it. I'm hoping it's just becomes another conspiracy, goes away, and then people are talking about it for months or years. I'm just worried, being in America, that it's going to be like a school shooting or active shooter or some of these other things, where you are, knife crime in London or whatever. Um, just a normal thing. Like every 18 months, we have a 3-week lockdown for some virus or something. You know what I mean? It just becomes a
Mm,
more normal part of society. That's what I'm worried about.
I know.
You know,
Anything can happen, dude. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I forgot. Ah.
are we meeting up this week to meet you and Rob?
I hope so. Look, Rob hasn't been too well himself. It's quite scary because he's in New York. He doesn't believe he's got coronavirus, but he believes he might have Budweiser virus. So he's gonna keep me posted
That's
on that.
that's where you turn into
Uh,
a frog. Budweiser.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can organize something. That'd be pretty awesome, man.
I
Um,
talked to McAfee the other
yeah.
day, and I was trying to get him to talk about it because it was fucking crazy, and he wanted to talk about it, but then he cut the interview short after like 40 minutes. But he
Mm,
was talking before, I've heard him, that the Vatican partnered up with China, and that's why it exploded in Italy and China, two main parts. And then, but see, it was crazy. It's like, all right, it's fucking crazy. But then he said within the next couple of weeks, there's going to be sweeping changes in the Catholic Church and the Vatican. You won't even recognize the Vatican anymore. Like, okay. And literally yesterday, I saw a post that they were getting rid of the Pope because he's a
what?
Jesuit. He's a Jesuit, and they're going to get rid of him. So, like, he literally said that like 10 days ago. He was talking about this, and now there's all this weird stuff happening. So that is odd. That is very odd.
Wow. I wonder what other weird shit lies in store in the future. It's just the beginning, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
Yeah. That's why it's all the people watching, do the right thing, stay safe, be clean, stay home, watch porn, play the PlayStation games.
You see
Bang.
Pornhub change its name?
Who? Oh no, I didn't. How
Yeah,
do you know that?
a girl told me, and then
A
I
girl
checked it.
told you?
Yeah,
Was it on a live cam?
no, she texted me. She's like, Pornhub changed their name. It's like, no, they didn't. I looked. It's like, holy shit. It's called Stay at Home Hub.
Really?
Yeah, it
That's
really is.
awesome.
It really is. Yeah.
That is awesome.
But now there's people, like I saw Terry Crews. People are coming out and talking about that porn is really terrible, and this is going to be this huge addiction, and all the porn companies are like moving in and
Mm,
swooping down on people, and
yeah.
so I don't
That's
know.
that's that's what I meant earlier in the stream when I said people could be developing porn
Mm.
addictions, and that could put a strain on their relationships as well. Some people prefer to watch porn than bang their partner. because of the addiction.
Mhm.
So there's going to be a lot more chain problems
Mhm.
as a result of all this. And the longer that we have these lockdowns and isolations and social distancing rules, the worse it's going to be in the end.
Imagine having to break up, but you're on lockdown.
Yeah. I
Uh,
don't
that would be,
know.
we're broke up. All right, whatever.
Yeah, we're still stuck together. We're still
Yeah.
eating together. Still sleeping in the same house together.
Why are you turn off the porn? No, you broke up with me.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
So to the viewers watching, have you noticed yourselves an escalation in your own porn searching activity? Please leave a comment beneath this video.
Yeah, leave your porn comments. Tell me about what you're searching for. Dude, remember, were you there? No, you weren't there. No, you were there. When Joe did the search, and he put it on the screen and midget porn came up. And
What?
Lee's the only person that was like, Joe, do you have midget porn in your search? And he was like, oh, you saw that, huh?
No shit.
Yeah, it was hilarious, dude.
When was that?
I think it was that last time when you missed the stream.
Oh, I gotta check that
You
shit
know what
out,
that was?
man.
Because I was talking about the midget, how they're immune to diabetes and cancer. So, and I was arguing with them, so he pulled it up, and the first thing is midget porn that he searched for.
Oh, I'm gonna hammer him for that next
Yeah.
time I'm on the stream with him,
And
dude.
I didn't even see it, but Lee was like, Joe, are you searching for midget porn? He goes, and he's like, yeah, you caught that, huh? Okay.
Dude, I mean, why would he do that? On the last stream that we were on with him, I told him about my friend who banged a midget and said he didn't like it because he felt like he was banging a child. So what does this guy do? He goes and looks at midget porn. What the fuck?
Dude, I have friends that's like a litmus test. They'll ask a dude's like, you like midget porn? If they don't say no, not really, they won't even date him because they're like, yeah, they think you're a pedophile.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. And how awkward would it be if you're banging someone and you can see like your knob coming out of their mouth? You know what I mean? Like so little. Fuck that,
Oh,
man.
you mean like it goes all the way? Yeah,
Yeah, it goes all the way through their body.
yeah. That you got more to worry about. You just killed someone. That's what you should. That's awkward. You're right, Darko.
Plunging the esophagus of all toxins and buildup.
That's pretty fucking awkward, dude. It's not my fault.
I got to question Joe on this. I have to question him on this. Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be. But it's Joe. He doesn't fucking care.
Yeah. Suppose.
I remember one stream he fell asleep for a while.
Really?
It was just him. It was just him on the stream, and everyone in the chat's like, "Is he asleep? Is this really happening?" And like 2 people are like, "Yeah, it's happened before. Don't worry about it."
Wow.
For literally like 3 or 4 minutes, he's just like, and then he woke up. He's like, "Well, look, man, we gotta cut this short."
Wow.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man.
As long as it's effective, why not? If it works, it works. You got a reaction out of it, and that's all you want, reactions. But I don't know, man. It's a bit extreme for me, falling asleep on the stream.
Yeah, well, I think there was something helping him.
Imagine if he started sleep talking about really bad stuff.
Larry, I love you.
Show me your tits, Larry.
See, Larry did a video about my bidet. And he's worried.
What's a bidet? I heard you say it in the last stream, but I didn't ask you what it was.
It's just, well, in Europe, it's like a second toilet that shoots water up and cleans your butt. But I have just an attachment on my toilet that shoots water in my butt, and that's it. It's clean.
I shouldn't have asked that question. Yeah.
But Larry thinks
does it feel good?
If you put, it doesn't really. It's fine, man. But it's not like, ooh.
Doesn't tickle a little bit, or
no, man. No, they sell they sell other ones that have lady parts settings, but
what, a dildo?
No, it just squirts your hooch, man.
Oh, women would love that.
Yeah, I think maybe they would. But he did a video about this dude. First off, he talked about me and how I was busting my chops because I got the bidet. And then he did a video that this dude bought a bidet, or his wife bought a bidet. He was like, I don't want to squirt this in my butt. And then he started using the bathroom all the time.
Oh,
And then he asked for a divorce because he was gay. And he literally
oh,
ended the
fuck.
videos like, I'm really worried about my buddy Satoshi Sean. I hope he doesn't change his life.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Wow. That's. Oh, I'm not going to be getting one of them now. You scared me.
They're sold out, dude, like toilet paper.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were like $79. Now they're like $250, $300 for one on Amazon.
Okay, so 6 months from now, there should be a lot of single women available on the market for those single men that are looking.
Positive outlook, yeah.
It could be a lot of sexuality conversions due to all
Yeah.
this, from what you're telling me.
Yeah, from what Larry's research shows him, yeah.
Why was he researching that?
Because he likes to fuck with me, you know.
Good old Larry.
Yeah.
Good old Larry. I like Larry.
Me too. He's a cool guy. Well, I think it's been a good short stream.
Yeah.
Your internet's working though, so that's good.
I changed connections, bro. So I'm tethering off my cell phone. That's why it's working.
Mm-hmm.
My broadband, and a lot of people must have been using it, and it's
Yeah.
really windy today as well. So it could be those combination of those two factors. So thanks to everybody watching who stuck it out from the beginning and didn't just drop out because the quality was probably very robotic. So that got sorted nice and early. But yeah, no, it's been fun, man. Thanks for having me on the stream. It was unscheduled, last minute. I basically woke up about an hour before Sean called me to come on his stream. I was sitting there watching the latest news on that porn site. And as I'm reading the news on the porn site, all of a sudden I see Sean's face come up. Ruined the moment for me a little bit, but the longer the phone rang, the more I started to question my own sexuality. Should I pick up now or wait? But now I finally answered the phone and he goes, hey, buddy, let's do a stream. I'm like, why not? Let's do it. So it's been good, man.
Anything you want to talk about for coming up this week or you're doing?
My videos have slowed down because no one's paying attention anymore, or not as much. So my videos have slowed down. And the last couple I've done have been more focused on the virus thing because that's what everybody's just focusing on now. There's been a lot of crypto companies making announcements, doing news, but it's the wrong time. People aren't paying attention right now. So things are a little bit off topic, a little bit better to do for now. And I've noticed a lot of YouTubers are doing it now because there is news, crypto news, but it's a little bit boring. As you know, I'm part of Novus One. We have announcements to make.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
It's just not the time for it. It's a thing. So we haven't gone dead. We haven't gone silent. Well, we have gone silent in terms of communications, but we do have announcements. It's just the wrong time to make them. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my end. I've been working along with Rob on this upcoming live show. We're starting a live show soon. And we've been working on the technical side of things. And I've also been working on technical stuff for the Crypto Freak Show. The thing at the moment with that is YouTube keeps censoring and pulling down videos still up until this point. So we're a bit iffy on what do we do to avoid that. You're obviously doing the right thing. You haven't been affected recently.
Not really. I don't talk about having sex with chickens, so that might help me.
But that's not crypto, so you won't get banned. You get banned for the crypto stuff. But talking fucking chickens and fucking whales, it's never been banned. Talk about Bitcoin and you're down. The world is one crazy place. So, yeah, for anyone watching, feel free to check out Crypto Tonight channel. It's infotainment, and it's just got a combination of a couple of different shows. Again, nothing to be taken seriously. Just news and information along with entertainment. So check it out. And if you haven't subscribed to Satoshi Sean's channel, and if you have subscribed, please do so with the notification bell ticked on. That way you don't miss further videos from him. But even though I have the notification bell switched on, I didn't get the notification to your previous video. That's typical YouTube.
And also check out the Cryptopolitan for news. I do news like every day or two. But Rob's still Bob's still working on Novus One.
But yeah, he is. He recently had a bit of a medical scare, possibly a heart issue. So I'm waiting for some more information regarding that. He seems to be all right now because I saw him upload another video the other day.
About the bees?
Yeah, about bees.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did have some sort of health scare, and it might have been heart related. Again, it's nothing too private because there was some information about it publicly, so I'm allowed to talk about it. But that's all I know. Other than that, I think he's doing well now.
That's good. He's a good guy, man. Yeah. He's a good guy.
No, he's awesome. Very valuable asset to Novus One.
All right, well, keep your eye on Novus One. Do you have a Twitter for Novus One? Yeah,
we do. It should be at Novus One. And we have a website. We have a website, Novus.one. Jason's made some huge changes. The CEO of Novus One has made some huge changes to the website, and I have yet to talk to him about it because a lot of information's been removed. And got to get that sorted as well. Jason, if you're watching. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I can't say too much because we do have announcements to make. It's just not the right time for it. But soon, hopefully, soon. So, but yeah, thank you so much for having me on board. It's been awesome as usual. Very unexpected and late notice, but we pulled it off, I believe.
Everybody, crush that like button. It's good hanging out with you. See you all in the next video.
Rock on!